Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another Getting to Know Our EAWANET community meeting. Today, we have a couple of friends coming from Uganda, from Mercy Childcare. We're very happy to hear about their work in the field and to get to know them a bit better. My name is Eldad Barber. I'm based in Israel. I'm the founder of Triple Profit, the organization that works together with EAWANET, supporting the Eastern Africa organizations and monitoring and evaluation the process in the field. We're very pleased to have our guest with us today. Maybe we'll go on and meet you all. Stella?
Thank you. And good to have you here, Pamela and team from Child Care International Uganda. Yeah, my name is Akita Stella, and I'm the coordinator for EAWANET, which is Eastern Africa Workers Association network that works to foster regional integration in the Eastern Africa region. And also with the main goal, working towards the objective of popularizing or maybe enhancing mutual cooperation, solidarity, and then peace building through people-centered and people-driven program interventions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Pamela, would you go on as well? Tell us a bit about yourself. Pamela? So Pamela will join us. Maybe Paul, you want to go?
Yeah. I'm Mutebi Paul. I work together with Mercy Child Care International. Yes, I joined them for now, for 2 years now. And I work with schools and missions coordinator. I coordinate with the mission. We, as the vision and motto of Mercy Child Care, as you know it, is helping the disadvantaged children in Africa. So we mostly we work towards building, nurturing up the children, both spiritually, physically, mentally, and in everything that we do. So as a missions coordinator, what I work with, we help reaching out in schools, mostly school reach out and coordination, because we got to know that most things that we normally, the missions that we reach out to is mostly to build the children. Remember, it's better to have them know exactly that things that can build their value, that they can understand their in knowledge. So the area I basically concentrate on a lot is it's schools. Now that's whereby we have to that literally don't have enough funding for just tuition fees, and those who even don't study certain areas, like for example IT, a bit of IT. And then you realize that we begin to now search out for things that actually are needed by this in different sectors of the environment. Because for some, it could be the normal curriculum of studies, but then for others, mostly it can be they want to start working and doing just minor jobs to learn how to develop as from the different stages of the children in their growth. So I coordinate with the children. So we reached out to schools. So far now, there are more than about 10 schools that actually reached out just only particularly this year and last year. Mm-hmm. So we reached out to them, and we've been having, as from the pictures and the presentation we sent in, you can see we have reached out to children of, as you know, the areas. We have reached out to these children. We have given unto them, have gone there with items and given to them a lot of items, and also teaching them, number one, their values and growing them to believe in themselves as we do believe in them. We've seen a very good progress in our mission. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Issa.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. Stella, you think we'll continue with Paul, or we wait for the rest of the members to join us? Stella? I guess some have some communication issues.
I think I can now,
Mhm.
for now, I think I can just brief Mercy Child Care
Please.
so as they come on, because be off.
Mhm.
So I can maybe give you just a brief of generally of the Mercy Child Care International.
Please.
Is it okay?
Yes, please. Please.
Okay, so Mercy Child Care International, our mission is to help the disadvantaged children in Africa. And also our vision is enriching the physical, spiritual, mental growth of the needy children in Africa communities. And then we spread the mercy and love by spreading the mercy and love of God. So the ages that we normally work with in our target audience is children from 0 to about 18 years of age. That's before the place of maturity, as we know the youth in Uganda. And then the clients that we normally work with, we work with HIV, AIDS infected children, extremely needy communities, children with disaster-stricken communities. Like recently, how you heard of the floods in the Western community, and you notice they are disaster-stricken and children facing severe issues because the children have actually gotten to talk with and dealt with. Also, children actually that suffer a lot of abuse from parents, they could be their parents or neighbors, or even just environments that they even no longer have enough safety to be able to middle or to be social with other children from different communities. And our major values, we always now believe in showing mercy, of course, the mercy of God that He's taught us, and then the love and tolerance of being able to be available for these children, a transparency, of course, everything that we always have to do, we ensure that there's a transparency of every accountability for all the things that we have done and accountability for all even the fundings and everything that has been given unto us. Then also unity and diversity and also the integrity. Were founded in 2014. And yeah, so even activities we've been doing, we've worked with seminars on skill building, as you can see from the presentation you sent. There's skill building whereby we begin to empower the mothers, yeah, and also the girl child to be independent, yeah, as different skills like baking, that they can provide to their children, like crocheting, soap making, tailoring, carpentry, on workshop where we've actually taught children, even parents, and to learn and the spread of HIV using condoms, and also we mentor relationships in different areas. People and marriage relationships. We can
Paul, we have some troubles hearing you well. Can you hear me?
sorry,
Yeah, we lost you a
I
bit
can hear
there.
you.
Yeah, we lost you a bit there. Yes, can you just, yeah, if you can continue as you're going.
Okay. And relationship building.
Mhm.
But a child that comes from a deep has very many in their own. So even relationship, so with an identity, understanding who they truly are. It always comes from a dysfunctional family. So I've gotten to meet different families. I mean, interviews actually. The one we had about how to raise a child,
brief introduction.
Paul, thank you so much. I hope we heard the most of it. It's just that you have some communication issues there, but thank you so much. Maybe we move forward to Pamela. We also lost you for a bit. Maybe you'd like to introduce yourself and your team members.
Okay. I'm Pamela Mutambuka. I'm the director of Mercy Childcare based in Kampala. And the second director is not here, but here today we have
Doreen Ambuga, and I'm the manager of MCCI.
Mm-hmm.
We also have two more people here.
I'm Leah Namae. I'm Leah Namae. I'm the program administrator.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been joined by one of our internship students. She can introduce herself.
Doreen, a student from Macquarie University, and I'm doing my internship with Mercy Childcare International.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So we heard a bit about Mercy Childcare International from Paul, but maybe Pamela, you would like to go over the main points about how the organization has established and how it got grown over the years and your main fields of involvement.
Okay. Thank you, Paul, for introducing us. Mercy Childcare started its work in the field 5 years ago, and we are basically looking at children in disadvantaged communities. That was our main focus when we started. We, using the Christian background, had started seeing need in families and communities, and we could not approach the whole situation illegally as an individual. Some homes fear to welcome you in. So we went ahead and registered the organization so that we are represented legally before communities with a basis to help them. So Mercy Childcare has helped many communities in such a way that we identify the needy children. We basically approach schools, we approach homes, we approach churches, and we introduce ourselves and we do some community work. In that work, you start to identify the very, very needy children who are orphans, HIV victims, some are on the street, some are refugees. So we pull out such children and bring them closer and start to talk to them, including their guardians. So like our motto says, it's just up here on the wall, that we are here to help the disadvantaged child of Africa. We do not discriminate or say be tribalistic, or say we are only working on children in a certain area. We are basically international. We are basically locally based in such a way that where the need is where we go. So we birthed this dream amongst family members, friends, and well-wishers. We started identifying the needs. For example, in schools, we started helping out with scholastics, sometimes school fees, sometimes referring the kids to a needs-based school. Say if the kid has some challenges, learning challenges, and they are in a class of 70 children, they are not going to benefit. So we refer them. We started counseling. We started referring to medical facilities where a child is in a situation where they do not know what to do or where to go when they have a physical need or a medical need. So in this way, we ended up working closely with the guardians or the parents who are looking after these children at that particular time. That's how we birthed the skills building, because we noticed that these people are advantaged, the children are advantaged because the parents are also, I mean, they are disadvantaged because the parents are also very disadvantaged. So that's how we started developing the skills building activities. We said we cannot give relief products forever. We have to improve their lives by teaching them the skills that they can be able to depend on themselves. Hence the team you see, and so many of them are not here, but we are all volunteers. We just have a passion to see that our communities are totally transformed.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing to hear the work that you're doing and the fact that you're all volunteering. And also, before you told me that you're focusing a lot on the slums, and we know those like the harshest conditions. And it sounds like you're really doing God's work. It's an amazing what you're doing. Let me present some pictures, and I would like maybe Doreen can take us through what we see. Or anybody else, please, we'll be very happy to hear all of you are participating. So whoever would like to tell us, I will go over the pictures and just let us know what we see.
This particular picture is in Gweri, is in Soroti. We had a donor called Samaritan Pass, and they offered us 300 gift boxes for Christmas. And we decided to visit a village in Soroti district called Gweri, and recruited a number of very needy families and gave them all the gift packs that we had received from Samaritan Pass. I don't know whether you've heard about Samaritan Pass, but it used to be in Uganda. So this is one of the families that received our gifts, and they were very grateful that we went to visit them for Christmas.
Of course, of course.
So the picture you see there, we visited Sunny Baby's home. We have a future plan of opening up an orphanage. So we wanted to go and see the setup of how they open up an orphanage. But in the meantime, we also took for those babies some needs that they need, like sugar, Pampers, and so on. They were really appreciative because those needy children, those orphans really need help. So that's what you see in that picture.
Very well. Mm-hmm.
Paul, you can talk about this picture. You were there.
That picture, we had reached out to disadvantaged. We the children, we had children with us, moved with, but we're reaching out into homes and giving basic necessities that are actually required in a home. And reach out to a pupil of attend school who we singled out as someone who needed these needs in their family. So we don't stop only on the schools and basic needs. We also go to the family homes, reach out to their children there. That's
It's beautiful. It's amazing. And here we see some arts and crafts as well. Some sewing class.
Yeah, so here we identified the mothers of those orphans, the needy children. And since those children are young, we talked with the mothers. They saw that there is need for them to acquire some skills. So if a mother can acquire a skill of maybe sewing that shaggy mat, one can go for like maybe 50,000 Ugandan shillings when it's done. And they saw it was a good idea. We provided the materials for them, and we taught them how to sew those mats. On the sides, the picture is not there, but we're also doing hairdressing, and we also do the socks. So when they acquire these skills, they can go and get some small money to help those children get maybe medicine or anything that the child needs. Yeah.
It's super important. I was just telling you before that I worked in Uganda also for a year, and we launched similar projects, including making beads, paper beads, and some paper bags. And we know how much it helped. It's a great help for the women, and of course for the child education and health by every shilling that they can make in the process. You're also involved in some in schools, right?
Yes, yes. We have a school project headed by Paul. We visit schools and counsel them and talk to the teachers and the head teachers on how to identify the very needy children in the schools. Some are sent away because of lack of school fees. Some come without food, on foot, and no medical attention. So when we identify these children in schools, we call them in a class like you're seeing in this picture. We talk to them and encourage them and counsel them. Then we get their contacts for the parents, and reach out to the parents to come and learn the skills Doreen has talked about, or to refer them to a nearby hospital or a nearby clinic, or even for jobs, in case all this parent needs is a referral. So the basic is that we identify the child. Then we look around the community and see who is the stakeholder in this child's life, so that we can work hand in hand with them.
So beautiful. And it's so important to involve the parents as well, because we know they are the most influential figure on the children's life. So it's one thing to identify the children, but then to go on and to identify the family and to work, as you say, hand in hand. It's so important. It provides the holistic solution eventually for the situation. Here we see some more sewing, of course. And here you mentioned the liquid soap as well.
Yeah, so I'm the one teaching them there. This time I was with Leah, our administrator. So we teach them the liquid soap. When it's done, for example, a jerrycan of 20 liters, someone can go and sell and get some little money to take care of her family, just in case the husband is not able to help them out. Yeah, so that's one of the sessions.
And computers as well? You teach some IT?
That's Teacher Paul's specialty. He's the one in charge of the IT and the education program. He's off though. Teacher Paul?
I don't think he's with us.
Okay. Paul heads is one of the teachers in one of the schools we identified, and he volunteered to work with Mercy Child Care because he saw that our vision and goals and objectives towards children was in line with his dreams. So this is one of his schools, and he offers computers and laptops for our beneficiaries to learn. So we have computer training skills for the children and a few mothers who have some level of education. So this is one of the sessions when we were training the children on basic computer skills and showing them that no matter what happens in life, the future is bright. Any skill can be valuable in their lives.
That's amazing. And it's so important to empower the children as you go. It's not just teaching them and take care of the basic needs, it's also to empower them and to give them the soft skills to become better members of the community as they grow up, and to be very involved in positive engagement in the community and as adults. Stella, would you like to ask maybe a question about the evaluation and the measuring? Just because we're running out of time a bit, maybe we'd like to get involved.
Okay. Thank you, or maybe team. How do you see MCCI in 5 years?
Stella, we cannot hear you very well. Maybe start a try without the video.
Hello, is that okay?
Yeah,
yes, it's okay.
Yeah, what I'm asking is, how do you see MCCI in 5 years' time? And what is that change that what is that change you need to see, and how do you measure it?
We have a very big dream for MCCI in the next 5 years or more. We see that we are reaching out more into the villages and slums. However, the few years we've spent in the field have been really challenged financially, because so far now we have all the volunteers. We have a circle that collects everyone gives a percentage of money from whatever they earn to run the organization. Seeing that in the near future we shall be financially independent, because if we invest in these skills that we are training, we can find a source of income, and also, God willing, find some sponsorship in a way. But in 5 years, if we are financially stable, we want to put up permanent structures. We want to reach out more to the communities, not with relief products, but with tangible skills. We want to set up places where these people come and literally train. A vocational school. We have a plan for a vocational school. We also have a plan for an orphanage, but not for permanent residency, but like a pathway where children come, we stabilize them, and then put them in homes where they are taught values and a life that can be hopeful that tomorrow will be better. So this orphanage is just like a setting where we pick them from the streets, we pick them from the addictions, we come and train them, we put them back on track, and then send them out to the community to live within a family, because we believe that a child in a family is better than a child, is advantageous than a child in an orphanage. So we see that tomorrow we can be able to pay our volunteers something small so that they are motivated. For now, they are the ones paying, they are the ones contributing, and that's very touching. But we can't sustain that. We see that tomorrow we'll be able to have structures where we reward people for the time they've given, and that we can go further than just Kampala. Yeah.
I have one final question.
Thank you. I'm happy you mentioned that bit.
Please, Stella, please. We have a few more minutes, please.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm happy you mentioned that bit of linking the orphanage to family challenges has been most orphanages leave their children at the orphanages. I mean, most maybe managers or development players leave their children at the orphanage. And when it comes to adapting with the realities of the community, becomes hard. So it's better in hearing that strategy. And I don't know. One thing that you could also think about is developing a referral pathway, because in also my personal experience, one of the projects I handled in my career life was in child protection in northern Uganda. But it's very important also to have be encouraged to develop an appropriate referral pathway, because there are some needs that end up coming up among children, but with an appropriate referral pathway which has got different service providers to be able to refer children so that their needs are met holistically. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stella.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Stella.
One last question, maybe for Message Childcare. Just in the 2 last minutes we still have running. I know many of the viewers will be very interested to learn how can you make so much with so little. We're talking about the financial challenges and the budget difficulties. How do you still able to create those actions in the field without the financials, beside the people and the volunteers? How is it possible?
Well, I believe that everything is possible if you put your heart to it. First of all, I cannot ignore the fact that the volunteers have basically carried the organization up to where it is. They are the major sponsors. And their time is worth dollars, but we are not paying them in money. So that time is valuable. It's the greatest asset we have. However, we work with institutions as well. Schools do not ask us for money to go and do our activities. Communities do not ask us for money to go and do our activities. What we have to do is to cater for our transport and buy necessities and buy and prepare ourselves the presentations. But we basically are entering these communities with words of hope and investing more in the materials that are building skills. However, we believe that with financial support, these communities are going to see us more tangible, because right now, we, even at our level, people call us, people read about us and contact us and say, we want to come to Mercy Child Care to be helped or to work with you, because this is very genuine what you're doing. We believe that if you had more money, that means you do more work. So somehow we are doing the work. We are somehow doing it, though I believe that we can do better. We can do much more. Yes.
But I have to tell you, it's so inspiring to hear what you say. I know that many people see the challenges in society, in kids specifically, and just don't know where to start having financial challenges. But you present a different way of thinking and engaging outside of the box and using what already exists as the resources in the organizations, and with so much caring and focusing from yourself and from your team to create slowly those changes in the field. And it's amazing, really. Thank you so much for your time, Pamela and Doreen and Leah and Paul and Stella, of course. Thank you so much. It was a great time meeting you all, guys. We appreciate your time, and we really hope to see you next time. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.